These are my thoughts on the new Chaser. So first and foremost, I've been doing floor 1 for quite a while and practically mastered it. But for the most part of my experience with floor 1, I've done it as a low level solo, but now as a person who took the time and spent the effort of learning floor 1, I no longer get rewarded for it. Instead, I get punished in the end by Chaser. Chaser isn't an OP method to farming Bell, especially if you aren't deep bound and use light hook. Having Chaser being like this, it was a fun way to progress for me, and the loot did not really matter to me as it was just for notes. But that was just my scenario. With that being said, I think Chaser now is actually really good and way better than before if you were fighting him at a higher level. Getting to Chaser is no different, but actually fighting Chaser feels a lot better and less boring, requiring you to have to pay more attention to him, and he is still just as easy as before for high levels in my opinion, but a lot more tedious. The changes I would make, however, would probably make him even harder by adding back the bounders or maybe a few weakened bone keepers. At least that way the damage versus monster builds can feel better about themselves than the PvP builds. Do I think it's better that Chaser is now more of a stat check rather than a skill check? Yeah, although it is upsetting, I won't be able to farm him at such low level anymore. I know that in the end, late game is what matters, and Chaser gives a way better loot than before and is overall a success in my opinion. However, I do think it is kind of off-putting that the floor 1 boss takes just as long to beat, if not longer, than Etheron, due to the fact that damage versus monster builds do not work on Chaser. Spine Cutter is definitely meta now, by the way.
My time has come.
I do think that sometime down the line, Etheron will be getting a rework to make him harder to sort of match with Chaser, but that discussion is for another time, and we probably won't have to worry about it for a good while. That will be all for this video. Leave your thoughts on Chaser down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.